Hello investors, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. My name remains Clement Ifeanyi, lead salesperson for Earthforia Properties. You know what I do best? I try as much as possible to bring to you the best kind of listings when it comes to finished houses, when it comes to off-plan buildings, and also when it comes to lands here in Nigeria, especially in Lagos. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you need to check before you invest in landed properties here in Nigeria. So stay tuned. Now you agree with me that buying of land is actually a smart investment. However, there are things that you need to look out for in order to make sure the investment is worthwhile. Now I'm going to be listing out the 5 things that you need to look out for. Please stay put on this video. For those that are making mistake in property investments, especially here in Lagos, I need you to stay on this video because you're going to be learning a lot of things that you must put into consideration before you invest your dime into any property here in Lagos and even in Nigeria at large. First, location is the first thing that you must consider when buying land here in Nigeria. Now, after this has been determined, other things can follow. You would agree with me that the location of a land would determine the value of the land in future, because land situated in a developed area has a higher return on investment or faster higher returns on investment than lands located in undeveloped areas. Secondly, you need to consider the neighborhoods and landmarks. The question is, who is your neighbor? The landmarks in that area is the key factor to determine whether the property you actually bought in that particular area is going to develop or is going to give a faster return on investment or not, or it is going to appreciate in value. Now, talking about investing in properties, we're considering landmarks and neighborhoods. Now, factories, universities, and other projects probably developed by government and individual is actually one of the things that you need to consider when you want to invest in properties. So neighborhoods and landmarks is very important when it comes to property investment, so that your property will have a higher return on investment, or rather you have a higher return on investment on the property. Remember, most people actually buy properties and their prospect is they are looking at between 5 to 10 years to start yielding a return on investment. So if you're actually looking at 5 to 10 years time to start yielding on the property you actually bought. So thinking of notable government projects and private owned projects is a good start for you to think of before investing in any property here in Nigeria. Let's consider the next one, which is accessibility. Now the question is, do the property have an access road? You can't just buy properties because other people are buying properties. No, you need to check if the property has good access road. Can people be able to access the property in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 years? Now we've seen a lot of people invest in properties whereby in the next 5 years, there is no access route to that property because there's no development. That's why I actually talk about neighborhoods and landmarks as the second thing that you need to consider. So the third one is accessibility. You need to check if that property is accessible. Now we're talking about the road aspect. So next one we're going to be talking about is security. You need to know how secure a particular area is before you invest your money in that property. Example, let's consider Lagos as a case study. Now, there are a lot of people that actually bought properties in Lagos whereby probably maybe you just bought the property and you did little fencing on that property and you left that property for a while. You would agree with me that most of those properties are nowhere to be found today, in the sense that the real owners of that property tends not to become the real owner in future because those properties were later sold to somebody else, other buyers, maybe probably those that actually came after the main buyer came to pay for the property. And we quote these people to be called the omoniles. They tend to sell properties to more than one person or one-on-one buyer at a time. So it is very important that you consider if your property is actually secured. So you buy properties in a secured environment. Now, there's a way you can actually secure this property that you actually bought, so that you are not scared that, wow, if I said buying properties from these people is not secure. No, I'm not trying to say that, but I'm still going to talk about that in the future. Now, whenever you buy properties from people like this, the Omoniles, it is very important that you secure your properties by fencing and getting your property immediately. That gives a sense of belonging for anybody that wants to come to buy the property in future, that somebody else actually owns this property. Now, let's talk about the most important part of the tips, the 5 tips that I say I'm going to be dropping tonight, which is legal documentations. Now, one of the major problems that most landowners or most property owners face here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm going to be using Lagos, Nigeria as a case study, is the legal document. Now, most people have actually come in contact with a lot of people or buyers or people that owns property here in Lagos, and all you hear is they have family receipt and they have deed of assignment. Note, family receipt and deed of assignment are not titles. Family receipt is only recognized by the family and you, the buyer. And also the deed of assignment is recognized by the lawyer, you, and the seller of the property. So it is very important that you have a legal document, a titled document that is being recognized by the government. So in my next video, I'm going to be talking about some titled documents that you need to put into consideration before you invest any of your funds into any properties here in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, Nigeria. So if you like this video, if you like what you heard in this video, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to drop a thumbs up on this video. Please try as much as possible to share this video. And if you need some tips on the best kind of properties you need to buy here in Lagos, don't forget to hit me up. And I promise to bring you the best of the best properties that you can actually invest in and go to sleep. All right, see you in my next video, and bye-bye.